This is a legendary Skorpion G, the tier 8 German premium tank destroyer. Does it pack a sting? Is it suitable for Blitz? Or can you just squish it with an iron fist? I'm going to show you how to play the Skorpion. Yes, welcome back ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe, to the channel. My name is Martindogger and it is with quite some excitement that I present you this video on the Skorpion G. Because this one looks good. I really like the look of this one. It looks purposeful, it looks sleek, it looks deadly, it looks typically German. A chassis of a tank, a proven tank, a Panther one in this instance. And then they chop it off, they put the turret off, they fit a big gun on top of it with a small gun shield. And then you get this, the Skorpion G. Look at all the detail in there. The breech block is there, all the guards, the recoil guards, there is ammunition in there. It has the Panther hull, slight weld seams left, right and dead center. It just looks bloody good. And truth be told, it plays pretty bloody good as well. It is a really capable German tank destroyer. There we go, first shot. 424. Nice one. It has a big gun, a 12.8 centimeter gun. And that gun packs a punch of 460 average alpha. AP for standard ammunition. APCR for premium, which is good. No heat here, but solid APCR, giving 246 and 3 elf in terms of penetration. And because it's a fairly big gun, you have an HE shell with a penetration of 65 and average damage of 600. We're going to take a full look at the statistics after this game, which is done on Campia. It's not Castilla, it's Campia. Should have taken the shot, but yeah, don't missing it, not taking it at all. And this is a very campy game. And the Skorpion has a reputation on console and on PC for being a very OP vehicle because it has a wicked camouflage rating and is often seen just sitting at the back, sniping away, going unspotted and wreaking damage. And yeah, we had some talks in the CC chat, on the Discord chat, community contributors chat. Is this tank viable on Blitz? How will it perform on Blitz? Because it's German. There's no mistake about it. This one hasn't got any armor. I mean, the Panther has a reasonable armor, but this is a tier 8 tank. It's not tier 7 like the Panther. And I've shown you in the video on the SU-152, it's easy to penetrate the sides of a Panther with HE in the SU-152. This hull has been chopped down, which means that slight angling on the side is gone. It's a flat side. You have a gun on top with a gun shield, but that's basically it. The thing hasn't got any armor, and you're going to see what is going to happen on a few of the games I'm going to show you in this video. People will load HE instantly. They will just shoot HE and 9 out of 10 times they will penetrate. Especially the last game is a prime example of what will happen in the Skorpion G if you get focused. But, like I said, it is one hell of a tasty gun. There we go, Jagdpanther 2, straight through the front, and then he gets obliterated by the VK100-01P. Those two tanks combined, the new tier 8 German heavy tank and this one, the new premium tank destroyer, I think they make a really good couple. And I'm trying to figure out the view range and all, shooting at 260 meters, and I get spotted by the Tiger, which I think is stupid actually. And you can say I get penetrated here by him. I don't know why I should get spotted by him actually, because at that range with the camouflage net fitted, but hey ho, it happened. But then again, the tank is fairly good. This is just a bit further away and I don't get spotted, I think. Nope, just 2 meters. I don't know why he spotted me, but I don't get spotted. There is a IS-6 available. I'm gonna shoot HE onto the Tiger to save our VK. But like I said, armor-wise, fairly non-existent. We were talking about it on the CC chat. Is this then a tank which is suitable for Blitz? Which is obviously a far more action-packed game, far more fast-paced, less camping. unless you're on Castilla or on that rail. Well, maybe there is a lot of campaign in Blitz still, even if it isn't console or as campy on as it is on PC. But this tank is really viable. You don't want to get into a damage trade with this one, because it packs a big punch, it has good penetration, it hasn't got brilliant DPM, but it's good enough to pump out the damage fairly quickly. And 460 alpha, right, it's not the biggest at tier 8, obviously. ISU 152 have it better. The Borsig has got it better in terms of alpha damage, 640. But 460 is still really good. And if you have a free field of fire, you can just quite much gun them down, really. And that's what I'm going to show you in the game after sets and numbers on Dead Roll, and then we have a bottom tier match on Middleburg and counter battle to finish off on. You can see 4k damage, fairly easily done. Nice credits as well, efficiency, bit of spotting and tracking assistance there. So let's drop into stats and numbers and a slight look at the armor profile. And if you then want to compare the Skorpion G to other tier 8 tank destroyers, it could look like this. There's more of them obviously, but I think this is a nice cross section. Base DPM 2509, that's not too bad, about middle of the class. Penetration 246, 460 alpha as said. Far better than the 190 of the AT-15 and a bit less than the 640 of the Borsig and the ISU 152. Shell velocity bit on the low side, 920. I would prefer it to be a bit quicker because it's obviously a sniping tank. But all of the other bits are pretty much set up to be a sniper tank. 182 aim time, best dispersion, 0.307, fairly stable gun platform as well. Only -6 in terms of gun depression, that's a bit meh, not brilliant. But this is obviously the biggest asset. You are a tank destroyer with a fully rotatable turret on a fairly mobile chassis. You can relocate if you want to really quick, because your engine power is about the best in class. Not the best, WZ has it just a bit better, but 15 power to weight ratio, 15 horsepower per ton, that's really good, really good. Traverse, bit lacking, and fuel range asset 250, that is the best in class as you can see. And hit points is 1150 base. I think you should go for the added assembly, add some more hit points, because otherwise it doesn't really work. I mean, your turret armor is only 15, tier 1 tanks can penetrate you, and your hull armor is 30 on the front, 16 and 20. Yeah, that's just not there. I mean, even the Borsig has a better armor turret, if you look at that. But hey ho, this tank is not meant to juke it out frontally. This is a tank that is meant to juke it out with the gun, and the gun can really shine. And to show you just that, we are going to take a quick look at Armor Inspector. There's no armor on this tank, as you can see. IS-5 shooting at it will penetrate all day long, and if it uses HE, it will penetrate all day long as well. You can see damage between 375 and 625. It will go through. They don't even have to aim, unless they hit it on the tracks or on those little spots like this over here. Then you get some splash damage. I did actually bounce a shot from a waffle on the gun, and one really lucky shot when I was able to poke my gun into the face of a T-34. He hit me on the gun and did no damage, which was fun. But other than that, it will not go through. Going back to the premium ammo, or standard ammo, and then switching the Skorpion to shoot the IS-5, you can see what is happening here. I've been able to penetrate, and it was a bit lucky, but I've been able to penetrate that tank straight through the turret front. And I'm running calibrated shells on the tank. You might think, why would you want to run calibrated shells on this tank destroyer? Well, I'm going to tell you. My equipment setup on this one was calibrated shells, improved modules, camouflage net. I'm running the enhanced gun daying drive, improved assembly for more hit points, engine accelerator, then the refined gun, toolbox, and high-end consumables. And the reason I've been setting it up like this, because I hadn't played the tank before, and I was thinking, right, this is a tank that relies on stealthiness, on camo, and on the gun. And you could think, okay, I'm going to use the rammer. but that only adds 0.43 rounds a minute, less than half a round a minute. I'd rather spend a bit less time out in the open and have more chance of penetrating my hits than spending more time out in the open. I'm running the calibrated shells, and if you then take a look at the reload timer there, you can see 10.4 seconds. That means if I shoot someone and I do get spotted and then back up, I should just sit there for maybe 2-3 seconds more, and then my camo should be reset. It's about 10 seconds to reset your camo. You can see I'm just pumping here, pumping shells down the line. 460 alpha per shot. I'm racking up 1786, and yes, I'm camping like a boss again on dead rail. But I have pretty much shots available. There was, I think, a shell burst on the left side of me. A tank just trying to blind fire. Well, yeah, I'm not stupid. I am stupid, but I'm stupid enough to sit in the bush and then keep firing. I'm just backing up every now and then. That shot straight through the side of the Tiger P. And again, I'm using the bush for cover, so the Tiger and the Tiger 2 cannot see me. And this is the reason why I'm running the calibrated shells. At this range, I think I do get spotted now. Yeah, there is. Might also be the Type 59 on my left side in spawn. But look at this shot. Oh, there we go, there we go. Can we hit you? Yes, I can hit you. Yeah, you shot me, but I hit you straight back at the mod 1. And that was frontally. If I'm running the calibrated shells, I get an average penetration of 258 and a top penetration 297. It's monstrous, monstrous at this tier. It's not as monstrous as the BL10 on the ISU, which gets 286 standard, but that one doesn't need calibrated shells. I think this one needs it because it means less time spent in the open. And every time you spend less time in the open and are reloading in cover, that means you can preserve your hit points. If you don't know how to preserve your hit points, I wouldn't try buying this tank. How is Scorp? Is it good? Yes, I think it's freaking brilliant. Oh, look at this shot. There we go. Oh, Gegnerfahrzeug ausgeschaltet. Yeah, we whacked him straight through the front. Right. Now then, treacherous subject. I've been beating around the bush a lot on this one. I haven't said anything about it yet because crates. Yeah. Small open letter to Wargaming. Dear Mr. Wargaming, I know you are running a business. We all know that. We all kinda like the game. We still play it, even if we don't all like update 5.5. We know you like crates because you make money out of it. But could you please put tanks this great not in a crate? Thank you. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure it won't have any effect whatsoever. But I tried. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe, yeah, the Skorpion will come in a crate. You can buy one crate for $2. I'm not sure of the euro prices yet. You can buy 20 crates for $36 and 50 crates for $80. So, and then, I mean, you could spend 150 euros, bucks, 300, and then get a truckload of other stuff and not a tank. But that's what it is. That's what it is. If you want to have the Skorpion now, that's the way to go. And just fingers crossed, pray to RNGesus, to Krato Jesus, and then hope for the tank to be there. That said, the T-34-3 had been in crates before. The Chieftain Mark 6 was in crates before. Other tanks had been in crates before. So I'm suspecting that the Skorpion G will eventually come as a standalone tank as well. And I have no information on this. I'm not leaking. I've never leaked before. Because NDA, and I mean, I just won't leak. I've signed an NDA and I will hold myself to it. But like I said, this one is bound to come back as a standalone tank in the shop. I think it will. Every tank that had been in crates before has been available as a standalone tank, so it will probably be there. But all in all, like I said, this tank, it's too great to be in a crate. And we are here now, gathered together on Middleburg, beloved community. And we're trying to get shots in and trying to save... Well, I'm kidding. I wasn't trying to save the 704. I knew it would be a very hard shot to shoot that E50. It would be hard to penetrate him as he was moving down. But then I noticed, sorry Mr. 704, then I noticed the E50 was rolling down the road, big wheels on fire, this Object 704 shell explode, and it happened. It exploded, the E50 rammed him, but that also meant that he was then standing still and I could put a shell right through his turret back end. I'm now ignoring the E50, charge, 60 kilometers per hour. Shoot the M103 in the butt. There's one HE shell coming in. There it is. From the E50, I think. In the butt. Yeah, there is into the butt. And you can see I was full health about 5 seconds ago. And I'm now going to get shot again from the right hand side. That's maybe the, I don't know, IS-8 or the WZ-120. But you can see I had 1220 hit points left. Just about half a minute ago. And I'm down to 107 now. If you do the math, you can... yeah, you can take like 2-3 hits if you are a bottom tier tank. If you're a top tier tank, depending on what is driving around, but there are a lot of big guns you will face. SU-152, ISU-152, Object 704, Borsig, basically any gun around 100 mils of caliber can use HE and really wreck you. I have been trying to trade with the T-43. No chance in hell. Really no chance in hell. He can load HE and then pop adrenaline, and he can circle me fairly effectively if it is a tank driver that knows what to do. If you're out in the open, you will get wrecked. If, however, you are a tank that can shoot reds and then get back into cover and reload like I'm doing here, fingers crossed, where's the WZ-120? He's right over there. He wants to go for the AMX AC-48, which he does. And then my friendly E75 can shoot the IS-8 again. I'm just holding the line here. WZ moving in way too aggressively. I could have shot him with HE in the butt probably, but didn't want to risk it, so I am still on AP. And as long as that E75 can hold out, which he can, thank you very much, then I can shoot the WZ-120. And yeah, I think this game, I played about 50-60 games in total. I think this game really shows what the Skorpion G can do. Solid DPM. No armor, great gun. I think it's a really balanced tank. I don't think it is OP at all. Just one gripe. It's in crates. And it's too great to be in a crate. So yeah, if you want it, you have to buy crates. You have to gamble a bit. Otherwise you will have to wait for it. It's bound to come back as a standalone tank. So, to wrap up a quick summary on a Skorpion G, it is meant to be a relocating sniping support tank. It has a great gun and solid mobility, so go to spots where you are needed. And you can damage straight fairly effectively with your 460 Alpha gun, but wait for that until the end of the game. My name is martindogger, ladies and gentlemen, tankers of Blitz Universe. Thank you very much for watching, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you all on the next one. Cheers and happy tanking!